So here's a quick test you can do. If let's just say you just put a fuel pump in or something, or it's not starting or whatever, and you just want to make sure that you are getting pressure and the pump is actually, pumping, what it needs to. So obviously we got the fuel pressure gauge there. I mean, we can turn the key on and kind of see what's going on. But if we're not getting fuel pressure for whatever reason, we don't instantly have to jump to the pump. We can do other stuff. It could be a control side issue with the computer, it could be a relay, it could be something else. But what we want to do is just rule out the pump or confirm the pump, and that's what we're going to kind of do right here. Now this truck is running fine, there's no issue with it, but we're just going to kind of show you what you can do. So on the fuel pump relay, these big square relays, the diagrams are a little bit easier to read, but I've just kind of drawn out the pins here for, where did I put that relay? Here it is. So it sits in there just like this. So you're looking at the pins kind of like that. And we got the power, the load side power. This is this pin right here. When it energizes the relay, it sends it through this pin, into this pin, out to the pump. And then of course we got the switch for the load is on this side, and then it grounds out down to this side here. So we just got to make sure we get all that correct before we actually jump into it and test anything. But I'm going to turn this thing on. If I push the right button. Alright, I got it set on amps, and it just wants to make sure I don't screw anything up. So we're going to go to multimeter. It's on amps for 10 amps right now. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to jump the load side power and the load leads on this relay, so that way we can actually just confirm that the pump is running, it's on, it's going, and from here back it's okay. If for some reason we did this and you weren't getting fuel pressure, then something between this wire back to the pump and the pump itself might have an issue. When we do this and we do get fuel pressure, and we do see it pull roughly 7 amps or so, then we know that the pump's good and everything from here is good. So then we can, if we're still having problems, we can continue to either try swapping out a relay with a different one that's here, or look a little bit farther, see if the engine computer is actually giving it the signal or something like that. But when I do this, what we're going to see is this thing's going to jump up to roughly 7 amps, the pump's going to turn on, and the fuel pressure is going to jump. So we'll go like this. Alright, so we got fuel pressure, roughly 45 pounds. We're pulling roughly, well, I got the leads backwards, so it's roughly 6.6 amps. And if you can hear it or not, we got the pump running too. Now if I disconnect this lead here, come back down here, I don't know if you can hear it before, but pump is no longer running because we're not sending any power to it. Quick note on these is these are like female spade terminals that these relays and stuff click into. You do not want to stick any of these leads inside the terminals. There's space on the side of them that you can actually make contact with. You don't want to spread the pins, because then the relay won't sit in there right and it'll cause you other issues. But yeah, now that we've confirmed that that's good and the pump is running, we're getting fuel pressure from here back. If we were having an issue where we weren't getting that fuel pressure, or the pump wasn't kicking on, or we weren't, we're having some sort of fuel related issue, then we would start looking for, is it a relay? Is it a bad ground from this section here? Is it the engine computer not telling it to turn on and off? We could diagnose further, but we've just confirmed everything's good and it's peachy, and this truck already runs, so obviously there's no immediate need to do anything like this. I'm just kind of showing you. But there's that. Testing your fuel pump for the relay.